So one of the most common questions I get through social media, whether it's YouTube or Instagram, is, Brad, how do you stay productive? As you're trying to balance a company and kids and podcasts and whatever else. One thing I'll say to be most productive is something I learned when I was actually in college. So I was a young father in college, had my first daughter as a student. I'm working full-time, taking full-time credits, and trying to balance, my role as a father, husband, work, school, all the things to get done. And what you really realize is how the value proposition of time, right? And how that plays into the calendar. And so one thing a lot of people notice is that for me, it's information in, information out. And there's a couple parts to that. Having been around a lot of really successful entrepreneurs in my career, building for many of them, I've seen how quick they are to respond. And what I mean by that is, a lot of times it'd be easy as messages tend to flood in, which they really do, whether it's emails or phone calls or texts. It's easy to let those just compile. And then a lot of us find ourselves saying, okay, I'm going to make time to catch up on emails. And I sit in front of my computer for 4 hours typing emails. And what I've seen is their ability to respond and take care of either needs or crisis or, these little issues that pop up. They're quick to respond and quick to resolve. They don't let things hang out there or linger on. They just resolve them right away. And so what I've seen is there's two parts here, really organizing your calendar for the week and understanding. For me, being in Phoenix, we build, our footprint can be 70 miles between projects. So understanding what day of the week and what part of town I'm in and optimizing that schedule between, utilizing that windshield time. So as I'm driving between projects, making sure I have conference calls set up and check-ins done. So I'm utilizing that time driving. I'm minimizing my drive time as much as possible, depending on where I'm at, and then working around traffic. Again, some things are unforeseen. There may be a car accident or a freeway construction, but in most cases, we kind of have a general feel of what it looks like in our metropolitan city. And so I obsess about my calendar, and really what it comes down to is every 30 minutes. And so the week going in, I have a good feel of what that calendar will look like for the week. And then throughout the day, as things do happen, we're in construction, it's not like everything goes smoothly. It's really staying on top of those, whether it's things from my team, things from clients, right? Social media, whatever it is, being very cognizant of what's being out there. And, a lot of people have asked about the podcast, right? I have a team that produces it, Motif Media, they've done a great job. But the same thing, always make sure I have some in the queue. And so it's really that preparation, right? If you're not prepared, if you fail to prepare to fail, right? And so the point being is that I always have some recorded in the queue. So if I were to get sick, which fortunately doesn't happen very often, but I already lose my voice, I have some already recorded so that I'm not missing a week. And so it really comes down to preparation, foresight, planning. And I think most importantly, as you grow as a company, understanding how to delegate, how to empower others to give them the authority to make decisions, right? Having systems in place, SOP, operating procedures, so they can look back on those and you're not fielding a lot of unnecessary things. So minimizing some of the unnecessary stuff by good documentation, good response time, obsessing about your calendar. Those are all things that have helped me learn to be much more productive, at this point in my career.